This video will teach you how to make $10,000 per month online from anywhere in the world using 3 easy steps. Your favorite influencers are making this far more complicated than it needs to be. And they do this because they need you to rely on them. They confuse you and then sell you the solution. This is a very popular business model in the modern world. Create a problem, sell the solution. Crazy. Let me make this as simple as possible for you. Let's go. Step 1 is to power level a skill. You won't make $10,000 per month without having value to offer to the market. And you certainly won't invest your way to $10,000 per month unless you have a small fortune to work with. And even then, it's very risky. So, what does power leveling a skill mean? We're not just getting good at something. We are completely and utterly obsessing over that skill. A very common issue that I see with you guys is that you're trying to do too much. It's not really your fault. You have a constant bombardment of influencers telling you this new thing or this new thing can make you rich. What you need to understand, and this is a brutal black pill for lazy people, is that you have to work hard, but specifically work hard on the same thing for many months or even many years. Hopping from one side hustle to the next will never make you $10,000 per month consistently. Power leveling a skill means to completely embody that skill. Build it into who you are. I am a video editor. I am a copywriter. I am a thumbnail designer.
I am a surgeon! I am a surgeon!
Here's another black pill for lazy people. Anything you want in life is going to be brutally competitive. If you want it, you best believe other people want it too. You cannot be remotely competitive if you're half-assed in your approach. You need to be thinking about your work while you're showering. That's how you know you're on the right track. The reality is it can take months, if not even sometimes years, to get good enough at something to charge serious dollars for it. You can't dip your toes in and immediately reap the rewards. And if you don't learn to enjoy the process and the journey, you won't even last long enough to begin reaping those rewards in the first place. Be honest, if you forced yourself, for example, to write emails for an influencer, even though you hate it, you find it really boring, you're not able to be creative with it, and on top of that, for the first 3 to 6 months of doing it, you get paid absolutely fuck all for it, or very little. There's no way you would continue to do it, would you? Find a way to enjoy the process. This is very important. And if you don't enjoy the process, assess why. Maybe you don't like your work. Maybe you're overstimulated. Maybe you're just lazy. Another thing you have to do to power level a skill is invest. While you can endlessly scroll YouTube for free value, I say free because it's not really free because you're actually spending your most valuable asset, which is your time. You can save a lot of time by buying the information you need. Books, paid groups, courses. The reason why I say you must do this is because we value things that we make a monetary sacrifice for, but we don't really value our time in the same way, which is why most are actually happy trading 1 hour of their time for $12 for the entirety of their lives. Once you transition into adult life, you begin to realize why your mom would get so mad at you for wasting food. She spent money on that food, and she hates to see it go to waste. If you sacrifice monetarily into learning your skill, you best believe that's all of the motivation that you need to actually begin taking some serious action on it. There's a reason why people who buy books, courses, paid groups get far better results. Stop questioning why and stop thinking you're above that rule. You're not. Dip into your pockets and look at how quickly you begin taking some serious action. Step 2 is to offer your skills as a service and build your brand around it. Here's the most important thing you have to remember. Providing you choose a scalable skill, your income will directly correlate with your skill set, providing you know how to correctly negotiate and, most importantly, stay hungry. The problem a lot of people face is that they get good enough to charge enough money to live comfortably off, but then they take their foot off the gas. No more updating their portfolio, no more generating new client leads, no more investing into furthering their skill set. They've reached their 2K per month checkpoint, they are now complacent. Unfortunate. If you don't want it badly enough to continue to suffer even though you're starting to actually get some results, I can't help you. I think you watching this will be okay though, because you're watching videos exactly like this. this, and you clearly have the desire to continue to learn. Good for you. Just remember to stay this active even when the pressure gets alleviated from you a little bit. Sam, when do I start offering my skills as a service? Whenever you want, man. Like I say, your income will directly correlate with your skill set. If you're just starting, maybe you can't charge much for your services at all, or maybe you even choose to do it for free to gather some testimonials. As you continue to get better, maybe you take on a reasonably priced retainer and you start making some decent money from your skill. And as you get even better, providing you do everything right, your income should rise right alongside your skill set. And if it's not rising and you're stagnant, you're doing something wrong. And you should assess what that is. And building directly off that point, step 3 is to scale. But Sam, can I really make $10,000 per month doing this? Of course you can. Don't be fucking ridiculous. Money is absolutely fucking everywhere. Everywhere you look is money. I've been to dinners in Dubai where people drop $8,000 for one dinner. Like that, for dinner, and he shit it out a few hours later. People wipe their asses with money unironically. Of course you can make $10,000 per month with your high leverage, high income skill, providing you leverage yourself and your skills correctly. Accumulate abundance and use both of those things to negotiate. I'm going to be brutally honest with you now, but this comes from a place of love. A lot of you guys don't have balls. Let me tell you a story about the time I was working with Hamza still as a video editor. If you guys don't know, I was Hamza's initial editor. We scaled Hamza's channel from 500 subscribers all the way to over 2 million subscribers now. Over a 2-year time span, which is really impressive. I think a lot of people would attribute my income success to luck. And you would be right in some senses. Me and Hamza crossed paths at the perfect time to help each other fulfill our next layers of purpose together. However, it wasn't handed to me on a plate. I had to, 1, work very hard. I edited Hamza's daily videos alone for over a year and a half before we actually decided to take on other editors to help with the workload, while also juggling other clients' work at the same time. And something else is my pay was not initially good. I started working with Hamza for £10 per video. I had to negotiate my pay. There was a point later on down the line where we really started to get some good results for Hamza. This was golden era Hamza, daily videos, a full team behind him pumping out content every single day. Shut up! But I wasn't happy with the pay structure. Instead of getting a solid base pay for my work, we had a bonus system, which I found to be very arbitrary and also a little bit insulting. Not to Hamza's fault because he was just figuring this stuff out as we went. But I wasn't happy with how the current pay was structured. I approached the other editors on the team one by one, asking them what they thought of the pay structure as well. And most of them said that they weren't happy with how the pay was structured, but they didn't want to do anything about it because they didn't want to upset the current status quo within the team. So I myself alone confronted Hamza about the pay structure and how I wasn't happy with it. And I expressed my desire to have it changed, which was a risky move. With a whole team of editors willing to continue with the current pay structure, the only leverage I had was my own skill set and what value I brought to the team. You know what happened? I negotiated a much better pay, not only for myself, but also my entire team. I had balls, and it made for a much better work environment. I was happy, the rest of the editors were certainly happy, and Hamza was happy because he had a deeply motivated team of editors working behind the scenes, running his content machine. That is the power of negotiation. You ever go to a fancy restaurant and notice that they can charge triple the price for a milkshake? It's because they've positioned themselves correctly. They have a nice location, they have a good atmosphere, good service. The product is technically the same, it's just packaged differently. But you'll pay triple the price for it. How interesting is that? The exact same applies to what you're selling. By using the right words and having the right attitude, you can literally get paid triple for doing the exact same work. I've helped numerous of my academy students negotiate with their clients on a one-to-one basis so that they can double, sometimes even triple the amount of pay that they can get for doing the exact same work. Henrik, last week I helped you get double your pay with one of your more prominent clients for doing the exact same amount of work. What would you say were the biggest learning lessons you got from that negotiation?
I would say the first thing is don't anchor yourself to the same price as the client presents to you. Sort of believe in yourself and actually say, no, I'm worth more. I can save you this amount of time. I can give you these results and stuff like that. Just present more than just the video editing.
Package your offer together to be more than just a video editor, right?
That proved to be very useful. The client had this argument of oh, I paid my other editors this amount, but I'm okay, but I am not those other editors. I'm a me.
This guy, he tried to sort of anchor you down to a lower pay because, oh, I can get these guys to do it for this amount. Why should I pay you more? The big sort of learning lesson from that is you need to be able to walk away from someone if they're not willing to pay you your worth. Ultimately, you know your worth and what you're offering, and it's a bit ridiculous to let someone lead a negotiation with, oh, well, I can get this fucking retard off the internet here to do it for $5. Why should I pay you your worth? Which is silly.
And luckily for me, he had seen some of my work because I sent my portfolio, and he really liked my work. You seem to really want to work with me as well. So I actually got, I think, almost double the amount that the other editors got, plus bonuses. He said something if the videos reach X amount of views, you get this much extra, which is a benefit no other of his editors had.
If you don't have any standards as an editor, then you don't stand a fucking chance to getting paid what you're worth.
And I would not have been in the position to negotiate this way if it wasn't for you coaching me through the academy, which is so valuable. So yeah.
If you have any further questions for me, my DMs are open on both Instagram and Twitter. And if you're a video editor or you're not sure just yet what you want to do and making $10,000 per month through video editing sounds fun to you, and you want my direct one-to-one help and access to a network of over 450 of the best video editors on the internet, you can check out my Video Editing Academy of Excellence below. It's the first link in the description.